I'm Jordan. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I never really got to talk to you last semester, but everybody says you're so cool.
So how was your summer? Did you work over the summer?
I did. I worked on Mondays, only a few hours, but yeah.
hmm
How about you?
Yeah, I had a internship in Seattle. So I
Wow,
was I was out of state for the summer.
that's crazy. What was your internship about?
It was public health. Um, so it was with the Urban Indian Health Institute, and I told them I was interested in research. So they have this project they're working on. They want to start a research review committee because there's people who want to like partner with them to do research on American Indian and Alaska Native people. And so I kind of worked on like looking up research ethics and things like that for them. So kind of like a literature review.
That's really cool. And that's all like within the public health system. It's interesting because like I don't know very much, but I've heard that the native like communities have their own like health system too, or
Mhm.
they like manage it
Yeah,
a lot
yeah,
by themselves.
yeah, especially on reservations because reservations have tribal sovereignty. And so they're kind of like their own little mini governments.
That's
Yeah,
really neat.
yeah.
Yeah, what did I do over the summer? I know what I did. I'm like thinking, I was like, something took a huge block of my time and it was school related, but I almost don't remember what it is. And it was that I took anatomy and physio.
Mhm.
It was very fast, but I got through it and I'm happy I did it.
Yeah. What classes? What major are you again?
I'm a bio major.
Okay. All right.
Yep, yep. Are you public health or was that just your cool internship
Oh,
thing?
that was just my internship. I'm a psychology major.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
super. Two of my roommates are psych majors actually.
Mhm. Are you living on campus or are you off campus?
Yeah, I'm living on campus.
Okay. I'm living on campus too. Which dorm did they put you in?
Oh, I'm in Anna Kappa B.
I'm in Santa Cruz, and I don't know why they put me in Santa Cruz. All of us were wanting to go in like town center or Anacapa because we're seniors and a junior.
Oh, yeah.
We're like, why did they put us here?
Yeah, it was interesting because like I've heard of a few people who are like seniors and juniors who are in Santa Cruz, but I thought that it was for like sophomores, but
Yeah, that's what I thought.
do you guys still have do you have like a refrigerator in your dorm and that kind of thing?
Yeah, there's two refrigerators, but there's no kitchen.
Oh,
I didn't know that. I thought Santa Cruz had a kitchen, but I guess not. They
oh, if you
well,
ever
they have like a shared kitchen, but I don't know exactly what they're doing with that. Like, I don't know if they have to reserve it. Yesterday it was open all day, but then today I went to go sit in the G1 lounge for the morning workshop and it was locked. So I was like, okay.
oh, yeah, I was curious about ours too because we have like a communal space and I asked one of the front desk people about it and they were like, I think it's first come, first serve, but it has hours, I guess. So
Yeah, I don't know.
but yeah, if someone's ever using that and you want to cook, you're welcome to come here, even though I'm on the third floor, so that's not fun to walk up with food and stuff.
Yeah, I've lived on like the second floor my whole life because I grew up in apartments, so I'm used to walking upstairs.
Oh, I gotcha. Well, yeah, you're welcome to come to B327 if you want to cook stuff.
Okay, that's good to know. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, my roommates were talking about that too. They were just like, I like cooking it in here.
Yeah, I know. Hi, Scott.
Nilo, how was your summer?
It was pretty good. this if I wasn't working at the WMC, I guess I was at the beach. So I guess that's how it went.
That's nice. What's the best beach?
Around here, I mean, I have a couple of personal favorites, but like in Ventura, I'd say Schoolhouse, or probably like driving up to like Emmawood. I think those are the most chill beaches to hang out at.
Cool. Hi, Kenzie. Hi, Carly.
Carly, I could be like just totally imagining things, but did you dye your hair?
Yes, I did.
Okay. I thought, I was like, wasn't her hair color different like last year?
Yeah, I think when I started, I was blonde. I think I changed it in like January, but then I just re-dyed it. But yeah, I did.
I was like, I know I'm not imagining things.
Yeah.
Hi, Scott. Can you hear us okay? Looks like we're troubleshooting for some tech difficulties.
Yeah, on my end, I don't even see Scott.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm gonna shoot him an email real quick just to check on that.
It's weird because he's showing up in participants, but I don't see him in the room.
Oh, thank you for letting me know about that. Oh yeah, he is. Okay. Oh yeah, there we go. Hi Dorothy, I'm having some issues connecting to Zoom. Kicked out 4 times, so I'm gonna keep trying. I think we'll start at a certain time, but we'll wait and see if Scott can get on first.
Jeez Louise. Jeez Louise, folks. So sorry. I've been like trying to connect to Zoom for like 5 stinking minutes. So sorry. This is being recorded. I got the memo. How's everybody doing? Good to see you all, familiar faces. Hey, you know what? I had in-person classes today for the first time since March 2020. And I gotta say, it's like riding a bike, a really old rusty bike. And you're just instantly back in it, and there's just a bunch of 19-year-olds just giving you blank stares for 2 hours, and it's like, it's like you never left. So it's nice that we're back. And with everybody wearing masks too, like it really heightens like the eye expressions, like eyes are everything now. So you don't get like the sort of like mouth agape-ness. So yeah, have you all had classes yet? In-person classes? Has anybody gone yet? Yeah, Carly. Yeah, Jordan. Yeah, how have those gone so far? Any mask rebels in your class yet?
No, it's been good.
Been good. Jordan, any mask rebels?
No, I just had one in class. I have another tomorrow, so we'll see how tomorrow goes.
Yeah.
But I didn't have any yesterday.
Yeah, everybody was good, everybody was good so far for me. So there was a couple other, you know, there's like a group chat for all of us in comp. So we, you know, there were some brave 18-year-olds who were trying to fight the system already. So I don't get it. Yeah, so 18, we've all been 18. All right. How are we doing, folks? I'm Scott. I am co-hosting this EMT workshop with Dorathy. And we're going to be talking about EMT stuff, but we are primarily going to be talking about making announcements on Canvas, which is your really only way of communicating with the class through Canvas. Okay, so while we are kind of going through this, if you have any questions, just use the little hand raise function, or you could just interrupt as well. We're going to keep this somewhat kind of organic. There is a interactive component to this in the second half. So Jordan, if you are in, are you on your laptop, Jordan, or a phone?
I'm on my phone.
Okay. It might be hard to do some of this stuff, but just keep an eye on it. You're sharp, so I don't think you'll be lost doing any of this. But for Nilo, Kenzie, and Carly, there is a little kind of interactive part that we're gonna get you involved in doing some of this. Okay, and also Dorathy and I are gonna kind of switch off, going back and forth. As you may remember, Dorothy's professional development project last semester was the creation of what we're calling buttons and banners. It's essentially things to embed into announcements on Canvas that make it more visually appealing for students. And the whole idea behind it was inspired by, I think, just students getting overwhelmed with the amount of messages and just kind of reading text a lot. And so we were kind of talking about some things that I had been doing for my class, just in kind of creating visual elements to modules and visual elements to announcements. And we said, what if the announcements that EMTs make also kind of had these, but they looked like profesh and they looked, nice. So so that's kind of what we're talking about today. To get us started here, I'm going to actually share my screen and kind of give you a little refresher on what the announcements looked like last year, in just sort of a general sense. There was no real policy. I mean, there was some kind of I encouraged certain traits for this, but there wasn't really anything that we were kind of hard requiring. Okay, so you'll see this is from my 105 class last semester. AJ made this announcement, and you'll see it's for week 13. In it, there's a little embedded video that AJ recorded in the announcement function itself. There's text, okay, and there are links in here as well. All right, so we're still kind of operating with this same, I guess, style where you are going to have kind of a combination of video and text and link in every announcement. And with the idea being that students are able to kind of hear your voice, see your face, but you kind of hit them from a multimodal kind of component to that, okay? So this is what we were doing. This is what we are going to be doing this semester for all EMT announcements. All right, let me pull it up here. Okay. So we'll see in here, this is a little sample announcement that Dorathy made using all of the buttons and banners that she created. Okay, and you'll see it just visually is much more appealing, much more engaging. This up here is the header, the little header banner. I use these a lot just for week 1 module or week 2 module, or if you're setting up a little assignment. Okay, we're seeing here a little video sample is embedded right in there. Obviously, here's all the text elements here. Okay, these right here, these are live links. So these are live links. And so we're calling those buttons because you press buttons to go somewhere. So we're calling these the buttons, okay? These are the banners, this one, and this one are the banners, I guess the footer. But these are live buttons. So if you click on this, it should take you to the make an appointment, tap there, and then this should take you to the Zoom meeting for drop-in hours, okay? So what we're gonna talk about is how to get these, where they are, how to size them because you want them to be a certain proportion. And we're going to get you to make your own little signature block right here. Okay. And then we're going to have you practice doing it, kind of putting it all into the announcements function on Canvas and kind of seeing how it all looks put together like that. Okay. So Dorathy is going to show you the little the guide. I kept calling it a manual yesterday, but I guess it's a guide for using these buttons and banners. And as we're kind of moving through it, just kind of pay attention to it. I'm going to, as you're doing that, Dorathy, would everybody mind putting your email in the chat? Because I need to add you to this class real quick. The little Canvas one.
Thank you everybody for being part of this. It's all part of making the WMC more professional and more unified. And we think this is really going to help your EMT work. So while you're putting your emails in the chat, I'm going to drop this Google Drive link in the chat. And that is going to have all of the buttons and banners thing except for your signature block. So what I'm going to do again is I'm going to take you through the little guide, which is in that Google Drive so you can follow along. And then we're going to do step 2 and we're going to do most of the rest of the steps together so you can make an announcement and then have everything you need for making these future EMT announcements. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go ahead and open up that guide. And I'm going to take us through it on screen share. All right, can everybody see that okay? Thumbs up. All right, thank you. So how do we make an announcement? Here's a sample of the announcement that you just saw, minus the video, which is a recent addition. So as I go through these instructions, I'm going to be giving you a brief overview. You can read them in more detail when you make your announcement. And if you want to see me specifically, like actually doing the things filmed on Canva, there's video instructions right here that make it even more clear. So let's go to step 1. How do you get the buttons and banners? Well, the ones that I mentioned are right there in the drive in the chat for you. So you can go ahead and save them to your computer, or you can just access them from this SharePoint. So you may want to actually save that link. So next, you might notice the one thing is missing, and that's if you go back up here, that's your personalized block that has your name and says, "Hi, I'm Dorathy Twitchell, and I'm your embedded multi-literacy tutor," just down here, reiterating it for them. So what you're going to do is, and we're going to do this together after, you're going to go onto our WMC's Canva account, and then you're going to make a copy of one from the recent designs, and then you're going to just type in your own name and save that one to your computer so you have that signature block. Right. It looks something like this. Next, you're gonna, now that you have all your buttons and banners, you're gonna format the images, basically formatting the announcement so it's all the right size. Again, it's part of being uniform. So right here in blue are the specific sizes that you'll make them so that everybody's looks the same. And you can go in and make these custom sizes by clicking on image options. And it'll look a little bit like that with your embedded image and your custom sizing you type in there. And then now that you've sized your images, two of the images you resized are your clickable buttons, or your basically your images that are actually hyperlinks. And they're going to let students either make an appointment at the WMC or drop into our virtual WMC. So basically you're going to click on the buttons, you're going to insert these links in them, and the links are provided in this guide. Everything is provided in this guide, from passwords to our WMC Canva, to the sizing requirements, to any links you need to use. So feel free to refer back to here. Next, you're going to write and film your announcement. So this is going to go in between your buttons and your header banner. So we want you to have both a written text announcement and a video announcement, which you basically reiterate the same things that you texted out, but you also make it a verbal communication to students. And I don't know if you've watched the video or if everybody here attended Dr. Talia Drescher's presentation on tutoring for disabilities, but this is all part of also making the WMC more accessible and more friendly to everyone who's here to learn. So you're going to do that. And then when you're finished, you can, oh, and by the way, when you film it, you probably did this all as EMTs before, but you can do that within Canva when you're making the announcement. There's a module to click, not a module, but something in the toolbar that lets you film a video right there, and it's really convenient. So next, when you're finished, you want to make sure that you post your announcement by clicking save, or if it's like 11 p.m. at night and you don't want to give your students a sudden announcement right then and there to wake them up, you can delay posting, select the time that you want the announcement to appear on your class's announcements page, and then you can click save to delay that posting. All right, does anybody have any questions? Is anything kind of unclear? Okay, so following that, we're going to go ahead right into step 2, and I'm going to continue sharing, but I want you all to follow along. So you're going to go to Canva. Here's the little logo up here in the upper left corner, so you can make sure you're going to the right place. I usually just go into Google, type in Canva, and it should come up. And then you get this login page. And if you go back to the guide, the login instructions are right there. So we're going to use our WMC email. And then we're going to use Writerly 2021.
Dorothy, we didn't talk about this yesterday, but is there a smart place to save these images? I mean, I guess if it's on Canvas, we talked about sort of copying and pasting it yesterday, but I guess that's probably the best way of doing that would just be sort of copying and pasting these like once they're downloaded.
Yeah, as I recommended, keep this link on you for the buttons and banners folder, or just save them to your computer. But
Yeah.
what you do is after you've made your signature block here and saved it, and you have all the buttons and banners, and then you've made your first practice announcement with us today, you can go in and you can copy and paste that whole announcement, and that makes it really easy for your future announcements. But yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So as you can see here, we have recent designs. If you ever can't find them because they've been buried by the other wonderful works that we do here, you can go to this button right here in the upper right, and it's see all. So we're just going to do that for the sake. And so these are all modified signature blocks that other people have made. So we're going to scroll down to the original. The original's up here. If not, you can type in EMT signature block, find it. Yep, there we go. Oh, but I don't want that one. I want to make a copy of it. So we're going to go out of here. Sorry about that. Announcement banner, signature block. So what you're going to do is you're going to find it right here. I guess by clicking on it, I pulled it up and made it the most recent. So you're going to go to this upper little right corner within the block, and you see where those 3 dots are. You're going to click on that, and then you're going to pick this first option that says make a copy. And then after you've made a copy, I'd like you to go in and change the name of it to your name real quick to avoid any confusion about that with other people's copies. So for instance, I'm going to write Dorathy 2, because there's 2 of those EMT signature blocks. And then I'm going to click on it to edit it. So raise your hand if you're at this step.
Yeah, is everybody in Canvas? Everybody's doing good on Canva? Okay.
Okay, and then can I get any raise of hands? How many of you have made something on Canva before?
Okay.
Yeah, everybody. I'm assuming Jordan too. Yeah, so you all probably know how to edit it. You're just going to go in, click on those texts, and you're going to edit in your name right there. And then you're going to go again to the upper right where it says download, and then you're going to go ahead and click download that to your computer. Perfect. All right, so let me share real quick. And so now that you have these things, now we're gonna have like a little bit of practice time for each of you to make your own announcement. So with those emails, you should have been invited to it's called, let me check on what it's called again. It's called In-Class Tutoring.
Yeah, so there's a little Canvas course where we kind of just do like practice stuff for tutoring. So I invited you to participate in that. So check your CI email. And then once you're in, we'll kind of get you squared away. So Nilo's in. And Nilo, you were in before, I think, when I did this a long time ago. It says you're a student, and Jordan's in there as well.
Yeah, I think I was already included in like the original one. So.
Yeah, this is how I would like communicate with all the in-class. I tried this for like a year or something, communicating with the in-class tutors this way.
Yeah,
Didn't work out. But the shell still exists, so we use it just as like a practice space now. So yeah. So if you all probably are familiar with making announcements, but let me just kind of quickly kind of walk you through. I'm just going to share my screen again real quick. I know you're kind of working on your stuff, but so basically, if you're here, you're home. Okay, just go up to announcements. Okay, click on the announcements button. Click on this red announcement button right there. Okay. Here are all of your tools, your kind of toolbox up here. To import pictures, okay, you go to upload image. All right, and then you find all of the things that you just found. Something that you might want to do right now is in the alt text right here for the header, the one that says message from your EMT, and for your signature block, if you just click on decorative image, okay, it just helps there's a thing called the accessibility score. People that use e-readers or people that use kind of alternative kind of ways of interacting with the course, this helps them know that like there's a picture in here, but I don't really need to see it. It's just kind of, it's decorative, right? So if you click on that and then you hit submit after you've uploaded the images. For the two links, for the two kind of circle buttons, I would just do like link to making appointments, right? Just give it like a quick little description, right? And then you hit, yes, leave it with embed image, okay? And it should pop up like right there. So, all right, this is just like a random one, right? Midterm book selection, okay? So after it pops up like that, okay? If you click on this and go to image options, this is how you can resize it. Okay, so you just click on the image itself. Use Dorothy's guide for the numbers, because each one should be like a certain size, just to kind of maintain continuity, maintain kind of a uniform look. So change the size to it as it should be. Okay, and the last thing I want to show you is if you actually click on this for the two buttons, if you go here to the links button, okay, and you click on external links, okay, here's where you will paste here's the URL, and then you hit done, and then it basically becomes like a live link. Like that thing becomes like a button as we call it, okay? So if you save it, right, now this is a link and it'll take me to something else. This little green thing down here, this is the accessibility score for that image. So if you do it and you see like, it's in the red, that means that there's something on there that Canvas doesn't think is good for people using alternative readers for this. Okay, so just a little kind of overview of kind of using it there. If you want to, I think it'd be nice if you guys could also record a little video. Basically just do like a full announcement right now, right? To do a video, you probably remember you will need to kind of turn your camera off on Zoom, but then you go to this record upload media button right there, okay, and click upload record media. All right, I'm going to mute my camera real quick, and then go to record. And now I'm here. And it could say like start recording. And then you get a little countdown. If you mess up and you don't really like it, just click on start over. I probably do it like 10 times every time. So yeah, and then when you're all done, just hit done, and then it appears as well. Okay, so let me show you the sample, and then you all can make one your own, and then we can kind of talk about the process of doing it. So let me kind of show you what Dorothy's was right here. Okay, so there you go. Make your own. Everybody make your own. If you want to just record like a little, what's up video, like 2 seconds, that's fine. We're really just trying to get like the sizing and the ratios of everything kind of squared away.
Yep, so go ahead and make your own. Follow the guide and let us know if you have any questions, and let us know when you all are done by typing in the chat.
Yeah. How we doing, folks? Anybody ready? All right, so you can hit save when you're all done, and should pop up.
Yeah, it sounds like everybody is still working. And again, let us know if you have any questions. Oh, that Mackenzie's.
Yeah, Kenzie's ready. Okay. Let's see. Let's see this. Nilo and Carly, how we doing? We almost ready?
We're making some steady progress.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I just need to do the video. We can just put whatever for the text.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm sorry. I should have given you like a little prompt. Really, just think of this as like a little like, if this was like the welcome message, you could have just said, "Hey, what's up? I'm your EMT this semester. You know, great to meet you."
Okay.
Yeah, should have been more specific with that. But yeah, coming up with something on the spot is probably hard.
Gotcha.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, so yeah, just like, "Hey, what's up? How's it going? This is a test."
And then just to be sure, we are embedding the links to the buttons ourselves, right? To like the make an appointment link. And all that.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So you embed the image and then you click on the image and then you go up to the hyperlink and then you basically kind of put the link in there.
Right. Okay, gotcha.
Okay. Jordan, how are you? Are you able to do any of this?
Yeah, I just can't do the video.
Okay, but you got everything else kind of in there?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. That's better than nothing. Okay, well, in the interest of time, let's go ahead and take a look at Mackenzie's while we're doing this, okay? And then you all, the rest of you can still post yours. Looks good visually. We've got the text here. These are live links. I think the only thing I would say is maybe, Kenzie, is that your signature block is a little big compared to, I don't think it looks bad necessarily, but it is a little bigger than the proportions that we put in the guide.
Okay, I think I forgot to do that.
Yeah. Did you resize any of these, or did they?
Yeah,
is this
I
the
did
default one?
the 3. I think I forgot to do the last one.
Okay.
Though.
Okay. Yeah. Typically, when you put an image in like Canvas in one way or another, it's kind of like, it makes it like huge and like it fills the whole screen. So most of the time, I think you do need to resize the things, but sometimes you put it in there and it's like the size you want. So, but yeah, this looks good. Dorothy, any observations for this one?
Nothing comes to mind immediately. I think you did a great job, Kenzie. So nice. It's just general like hints. I know that I was saying this last time, but basically, if you're kind of, we've all been EMTs here before, but if you're ever kind of like, well, I'm a little rusty on, I don't really remember what to put in these. As a good rule of thumb, I think on your first EMT announcement, the same things that go into a good class pitch are the things that you want to include in these EMT announcements. So that's something for all of us to keep in mind.
Yeah, that's a good point, Dorothy, is that, for these announcements, these are certainly something that you and the faculty member should kind of talk about, like what is my, what do you want from me in terms of this? Do you want me just to like pitch every other week? Do you want me to kind of make a weekly announcement? I know I really like my EMTs to make like a weekly announcement just to kind of say, hey, I'm here, especially in asynchronous contexts. It's the only way that they're going to hear your voice or see your face, in the class, unless they go to the WMC. So I think it's a good idea to try to do it as, at least once a week. But I would work with the professor to see kind of how they want you to use this platform to communicate with the class. Okay. All right, let's see. Okay, let's see. Jordan from her phone. Look at that. Look at that spacing. You got it nice. Okay, so yeah, look, insert video here. You got the little placeholder. Very nice. These are live links. Okay, and your little signature block. Very nice. Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, any confetti? Yeah, Dorothy's got confetti there. So yeah, it looks good. And then let's see how Nilo's doing. Nilo was next. Okay. Yeah, looks good. These are real live links here. Nilo's little video there. Okay, good. Looks good, Nilo. Yeah, the alignment looks really nice. Video. All right, and Carly, let's see how we're doing here. Yeah, looks good. Somebody yesterday did like the side-by-side one as well, and they asked if that was okay. I think it looks fine. I think like the proportion of it, like it aligns nicely with your little signature block. So I think it visually looks fine. I think it makes sense. What do you all think? You think like the stacked ones or the side-by-side ones is a better visual, or there is no major difference?
I almost like the side-by-side ones better because it's like less empty space.
Oh, it's sort of like over here, you mean? Like in the, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't think of that before, but it actually looks really nice, especially because you don't have to like scroll down for all the information. Like it's all just kind of more compact, you can find everything in one place.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's a good point. Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking like they both look nice, and I think it's like a matter of personal preference, however you want to format your announcements as far as where the buttons go.
Right. Yeah. I will say though that the size of all of these, if you can, however you kind of align the little linked buttons, if you can kind of keep everything sort of within this ratio, I think it's just kind of creates a nice, again, kind of uniformity to it all. If you, to sort of make it one way or another, you basically can kind of like, if you click in front of it, I think you can, let's see here. Is it? Oh. It goes back there, yeah. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Yeah, I just wanted to kind of split them. So yeah, you can kind of like play around, I think with those, but everything else kind of looks good on this level. The last little thing I do want to show you is that doing like replicating this every week. The thing that I think an easy kind of hack is just if you open up the one announcement to like the edit function. If you basically like select everything, like Control A, and you go copy, or just kind of copy everything in one announcement, click Save. And then you go to a new announcement. And then you paste it all in there. Okay, it's all there again. The only thing that you would need to do is basically kind of change your message and then re-record a new video. So I would just delete those. Okay, and then you basically have this as your template, right? And you got the links. The links are going to stay the same. Those are stable. Okay, but if you want to have this as kind of like your template, and then just like copy this and paste it in, and then change the message each week, I think that's not a bad kind of thing to get into. Okay. Yeah, good. Dorothy, any final thoughts on this?
So last time we did discuss with everybody, so this project started out with the idea of like helping further professionalize the WMC. And we were looking at it as it would not just end with like this kind of format that I created, but it could go on to become someone else's personal development project, or we could develop it to have more different buttons. So we were talking to everybody yesterday and something came up about, oh, maybe we could have a button for the WMC that links you to the WMC's main page to show our hours, or a small graphic that shows our hours. And we were discussing add-ons and changes to it. And we'd love to hear any feedback that anybody here has for that too, or any ideas either now or throughout the course of your experience as an EMT. Yeah, thank you. If you feel free to speak up, but if nobody has any questions or final thoughts, thank you so much for coming to this workshop today and helping us out with our project. And we hope to support you as EMTs.
Yeah, and I just want to echo, yeah, Dorothy's thoughts there. I'm going to be reaching out to you all to arrange kind of one-on-one meetings. Those meetings that we had last semester where we kind of got together a couple of times throughout the semester. We're going to be continuing that this semester as well. So keep an eye out for an invitation to do that. But yeah, thanks so much. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns about this or anything else EMT related, let us know. And good luck with your classes out there. And we will talk to you soon.
Thank you.
All right, bye, folks.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. See ya. All right.
Hooray.
Yeah. Well, how do you think that went?
I think that went really well. I think like we were even more polished than yesterday. And I think that's like just the ultimate repetition and getting better. And well, I guess that's more of like a personal note for me, but I'm really happy about that.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it went well too. I think the announcements were good. You know, today everybody got like the aspect ratio of it, you know, how it should have kind of been set up. And yeah, I think it's interesting that I don't know if they put them side by side on purpose or kind of on accident, but that happened yesterday too. So I don't know. I think maybe just sort of, I mean, again, like I said yesterday, we can't police what they're doing. We can sort of encourage and give them a guide, but if they want to put them side by side, I don't think it looks bad side by side. Visually makes sense, like vertical makes sense too, but I don't know, I guess we'll see. But yeah, I mean, if you have any ideas for more buttons to kind of work into the rotation, yeah, we should, talk more about that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think what you were saying was important too about how like I know a lot of teachers will put like an additional information module either about the WMC or about the tutor, which does have, that extra information, but
Right.
just lots. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Well, yeah, thank you so much for your hard work on this. I think it's a success and I'm excited to see kind of how they go this semester. I think they'll look nice and clean.
Oh, thank you so much for all your support and dedication of your time, even with all like your new life changes and starting up school again.
Yeah. It's no problem at all. I'm happy to work on it. And yeah, like I said, I think it's gonna go great. So yeah, it'll be good.
All right. Well, you have a great rest of your day, Professor.
All right, Dorothy, you as well. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.